Where will this bridge lead to? In this episode, we're going to create the jumping off point for our most ambitious project yet. This is Liberty Prime with Base Builders, and welcome back to RuneScape Dragonwilds. And if you love it when a plan comes together, please leave a like on this video. Oh, and if you want to see how our whole ridiculous struggle with this fairy tale village turns out, please join the fight by subscribing. Just in case y'all haven't figured it out yet, I've got the ADHD. So I hereby plead, ooh, squirrel!
Squirrel!
We still have got plenty of details that need to be taken care of over at this deforestation station, and we really will get to them, y'all, I promise. But today, we're going to tackle one of the many parts of our original house that I just keep meaning to get back to. Speaking of back, that's exactly what we're going to start in on this time. This here back corner. Time for a bud lift. And not that kind that can leave you all smelly. Girls, ew. Don't mess around with that stuff. No, that is way too big of a risk. Anyway, let's get in here to the Eye of Oculus. Alrighty, let's see. Well, I'm definitely going to be tearing away some of this stuff that we've already got. Let's see how much we actually want to keep. Well, let's just go ahead and start tearing up stuff. Let's see. Let me hit the right button. That'll work a little bit better. Well, I don't remember you, but you can just go away. And let's see. I'm going to be expanding. Well, let's see. Alrighty, I'm going to be sort of going in and out and up and down and all the things. So let's go ahead and start getting rid of some of this, because that is going to be in our way for our next step. Now this window right here might also wind up being in our way. I'm going to leave it intact for the moment, but I'll be getting in there and doing some stuff to that later on, hopefully within this episode. But our first step is actually going to be to just put some of these little decorative tiles in place, because we're going to be sort of letting this stand apart from the rest of the house just a little bit more. This bay window here, which I still love, and ooh, I seem to have forgotten or lost some piece right here. We're going to have to fix that back in just a second. Let's get up here and let's see. We're going to have 5 of those. Well, I think okay, yeah, I'm remembering that this was put in place to conceal the backside of that. And we might wind up moving this out just a touch because we got this weird stuff sticking through it, but I don't know if we'll actually get to that in this episode. I think we're going to build up a little bit more before we start rearranging that. Now let's see, this is not quite in the proper position anyway, so we might as well clean that up while we're here. But we need some more of these guys. And, okay, come on. And, Y'all, my right shoulder is yet again bugging the crap out of me, so I am going to go as edit-free as possible with this episode. And I can't quite tell if I need to extend this up yet. This we're not going to need right now. And we probably won't need this part of it either. I don't want to destroy too much right off the bat, but I'm quite certain that I'm not going to need that. And we can just put another one in place later on. As I remember, I put that beam across there with the no snapping thing. Hopefully I can just snap something onto it now, though. We'll find out. Let's see, that would be a skinny one, a short skinny one we need. So please basically snap for me. You're not going to basically snap for me, are you? Well, there's too many other things that it wants to snap to. That's the biggest problem here. Yeah, see, I'm trying to get... Now I'm regretting destroying that. This might just have to be something that we solve later on, but I can... Oh boy, I'm scared to destroy anything right now. Okay, come on. Snap nicely for me. Snap to this thing. Oh, you're just going to be such a beast to me now, aren't you? Well, perhaps if we... Oh, I hate having to get rid of all this work, but... Okay, this part I can put back into place. Now, yes, that is exactly what I was looking for. Whew. That's a relief. I am not open to any curses. Not today, which is, a big part of why I'm almost certainly not going to be doing the roofing portion of this today. I ain't got it in me to deal with that, y'all. No, not today. Nope. Alrighty, oh, come on. Now don't, okay, phew. Come on, do it correctly. Do exactly what I want you to do. I think you did. Whew. Anyway, I'm gonna have to get up here and pick all that stuff back up, but we don't need to do that quite yet. What we do need to do is further extend this foundation back here, although I don't think that I'm necessarily going to change the interior of this space. Ooh, lost. Okay, yeah, I don't necessarily think that I'm going to be pushing back this wall too far. I might wind up doing a little bit of that, but we're getting all up in the hill really quick here, y'all, so I don't think that we'd actually be gaining any useful space by doing that. I think that instead I'm just going to, pop this on beside it. And let's see. I probably should just go ahead and get rid of all these little floor pieces first if I'm going to be extending this backwards. And I never did actually tell y'all what I'm doing here. I should probably get around to that in just a second. Let me finish the destructo part. It is apparently demo day. I'm recording this on Labor Day, so that just seems fitting somehow. Alrighty, let's go ahead and do that. And we don't really want that. I am almost certainly going to be having to move this window in some form or fashion or just eliminate it entirely. But what I'm trying to get at is I'm going to be building a balcony back here. And then one step further than that, we're going to start off with our most ambitious project to date. So y'all pray for me on that one, because that's going to be fun, actually. I'm trying to decide how far I want this to go. Let's see. We might need quite a bit of this. Let's see if the floor will support our ambitions here. I don't know if it's really going to cooperate with me as much as I want it to. Well, let's find out. That is our motto again. Let's see. FAFO. I wonder whether or not we can do that. Oh, and I see a problem with what I just did. Let's make this stick out a little bit more back here. Good to know that we've got at least that much worth. Alrighty, now we can go ahead with some of this, and I don't know whether or not the stone is going to match up. Let's find out with that. That does not match up. Let's see. Let's see if I can get an idea of where this rotation is. Let's see. Okay, that is rotated like so, and I need to go counterclockwise to make this line up, if I recall correctly. Ooh, let's get down here and check it out. Close enough. We're going to rotate once more, and I'm probably out of stuff already, aren't I? You require more materials. Yeah, they're all on the ground. So let's fix that. Let's maybe try to stand someplace where the materials will just fall on our heads. I am overburdened now, aren't I? Okay, well, I'm going to stand here for the moment, because hopefully this will all get picked up as soon as I am slightly less overburdened. Okay, I hope that this is rotated the correct way. Yeah, good enough. And let's see what this is gonna look like up top. Let's find out how far back we can go with this. Oh, wait, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, y'all, but this bush, you cannot get rid of it. It's there forever. So we're just gonna have to live with that, or build around it in some form or fashion. And I think we're going to probably go with that latter option of building around it in some form or fashion. Let's see if this might wind up working. Let's see. I'm not going to forget about the rotating. Well, probably not. Oh, and I might actually be able to get rid of that rock, although we might... Oh, yes, we will need to. Let's see. This is probably not correctly rotated. And I might not have quite as much room over here as I was hoping to. I was hoping that I would have room for a pair of walls. That might not come to pass. Now why are you so off kilter? Why are there this many of you here and that many of you there? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I got... Well, I'm off kilter. I'm guessing that it's the fault of this window somehow. Yeah, I probably was making sure that that doorway was in between this window and this edge. Let's see. So I probably have done something odd with the with the flooring is my point. I don't know if I want to fix that like so. Let's find out if that works. And I'm definitely going to need to change the rotation on that one, aren't I? So let's go ahead and do that and hope that I'm on the right rotation now. Okay, come on. It's already getting dark. So help me out here, would you? Did you help me out? Well, close enough. I am no longer really giving as much of a crap as I used to about certain things. I've still got plenty of OCD in me, but I've also got plenty of, I no longer give a, various cuss words about it. So, now in just a few seconds I'm going to find out if I can get rid of these rocks. Or at least get rid of them for long enough to satisfy me. Where am I? Okay, yeah, there I am. Let's go ahead and pick up a little bit of stuff while we're here. And let's get up here and see if this can be blown away with some of this rock explosion. Let's see if we can get both of them, actually. Please go away. Yeah, you went away. You'll probably come right back at me, won't you? But, yeah, good enough for now. And let's go ahead and get trapped in here. Oh well, so much for that. But at least I can jump up. Alrighty, let's get back over into our little station here. And give some serious thought to whether or not I really do want to have that much width, but this will work well enough. I can live with that being a little bit weird over there. I would kind of like to basically reflect this over here, back here, at least a little bit, which might actually mean that I need to get rid of some of this. Yeah, I need to get rid of one of these. Let's see. Well, I don't know. Might just move this back yet further. I don't know how well that's going to work out for me, but I'm going to trot over here and make sure that, okay, yeah, this is on the same line if I go just this far back, but I cannot go any further back safely. So I might need to make this, a 3-unit wide spacer here. And this will make a whole lot more sense to y'all when you see the finished product, although I do plan to put a little bit of a snapshot of the finished product at the start of this episode, so hopefully y'all have already got some idea of what's going on here. Yeah, you know what, I think I'm going to make this a 3-wide gap, and that will make me able to line this up better with what's here. I do probably still just plain old need to fix this being a half of a block off alignment, but let's see. Alright, yeah, let's just get right back into the binoculars and let's get right back up to our post. And actually, let's get right back down to our bed and make it daylight. That will probably be a little bit easier for y'all to watch. A new day beckons. Alrighty. And so does the Eye of Oculus. And let's see, let's just do some Destructo. Yet more Destructo. Oh, well, that was unexpected. Oh, this silly little game. And now I'm going to have to figure out what on earth alignment I should be at here. You're very annoying sometimes. I'm going to just assume that I need to spin this all the way around. Does that work? Yeah, that actually did work. Alright. So anyway, we were going to get some of these medium floors. We're going to leave ourselves a 3-wide space, which, 3/4 of a full piece, I should probably say. And I should probably not be spun around that way. Let's do this a little bit better. Okay, now we have got this lined up as I want it to be. And that's going to be the base of our our little balcony, which, like I said, this is going to make a whole lot more sense when you see what I'm actually doing. And I apologize for being so mysterious and closed-mouthed about what I'm doing. I'm not doing that on purpose, I promise. Oh, you're going to tell me I'm out of materials, aren't you? You require more materials to build it. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm just going to have to be as sarcastic as I can be with saying that from here on out until the end of time. And I don't want all these rocks. I would like them to be out of my way. So, let's see if we can make that one happen. I don't really need 25 stone. I'm not going to destroy them. I'm just going to drop them off. Who knows when I will need stone again. So let's get you all picked up. And let's put you right somewhere over here as well. Okay. Now can I pick up the rest of this wood? There's quite a lot of it. I probably can't pick up all that I want to, but that's an improvement. I did do quite a bit of deforestation not too long ago, so hopefully we actually do have enough supplies. But we'll find out about that one. Okay, Eye of Oculus, here we go. And I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of wall in place here. I was hoping that I could, have this just sort of, or side by side, like so, but that's not what happened, so we're just gonna go with this. And we're gonna make it slightly more interesting, hopefully. Are you snapping how I want you to? I can't tell. I guess you are now. And hopefully that's not gonna be too tall. We'll just have to find out what it looks like when we're done with it. I do have a rough plan for this, but I definitely have not taken the time to actually make sure that it all works out properly, so we'll just have to find out what's gonna happen. But, let's see. Alright. That does imply that I need to go ahead and go up with those decorative blocks, though. So let's do that part. And let's fight with the camera just a little bit, as we so often do. And, do I need to play all the way up? Probably not, because I think I'm going to be putting some more of this in place. I don't know if you necessarily need to be wrong, like you clearly are right there. Let's just go ahead and get rid of that. And then I can maybe put one of the wider pieces in place instead. Okay, let's... Ooh, boy, I need to possibly fix this roof. I can't quite tell. Looks a little bit funky, huh? Yeah, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? Why are you being weird at me? I don't approve. I really didn't want to mess with any roofing stuff here. You're harshing my buzz or something like that. Okay, well, I'm just gonna do that anyway, even though I don't want to. And maybe you can behave. That one looks like it's actually behaving. I don't trust it though, so I'm not gonna actually go with that. We're gonna do just a tiny little touch of roofing, I hope. I really don't want to roof. I am tired of roofing. I don't enjoy it. You don't look... Okay, yeah, you actually do look correct, so I will shut my mouth, for now. At least on that subject, but not many others. Okay, now you get to be over here, and you get to click where I want you to. Yay. And just a little bit of this nice plain stuff, and hopefully you will be kind to me. And I'm gonna just put you on up there and waste a whole bunch of oak in so doing, and hope that you're good enough. Okay, you're just gonna have to be good enough, because I don't like... Darn it. Why are you funky looking? Oh, but, well, I destroyed something and now it's not funky looking anymore, so, yay. Anyway, let's get on with framing this whole thing out. And now I will need to do some more to this. Oh yeah, and I was putting some flooring in place, wasn't I? So let's go ahead and do that while we have actually succeeded in noticing it. Let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's get down there and pick up whatever we dropped, because I'm sure there's plenty of building materials down here. I just need to have enough space for it. And these building materials, man, they scatter far sometimes. Oh, and no, I didn't mean to pick up all those ash planks. I would like to pick up some oak instead. And incidentally, I am going to be changing this little storage area around because, for one thing, I do need an extra crate or two over here. And for another thing, I would love to have it at a 45-degree angle, sort of back here. But I'm going to try to control myself and not get distracted by that this episode. That is for me to be distracted by in another episode. Let's see, what was I doing here? I'm not going to need this too much right now. We probably will need quite a bit more of this, and I don't mind being overburdened by that. Let's hear. Actually, that can wait. We've got enough of the other stuff, so let's just go on over here, be overburdened slightly. At least you're not going to make me pick up all those ash planks, so yay for that. Alrighty, trundle on. Let's get up here and let's eat while we're working on it. Boy, we sure do walk slow. I mean, well, yeah, walk slow when we're trying to eat, when we're this overburdened. Alrighty. Let me get to a good point in this video, because I'm hopefully not gonna go quite as nuts with the length of this episode this time around. But apparently we do have enough wood for an actual floor this time. And this floor is still kind of messy, but oh well, this is gonna have to be messy. I don't really object to that. Ooh, and I do like the idea of making this just a little bit further out. Dang it. I need plenty of space for this whole decking idea. This is becoming a little bit more of a puzzle than I want it to be. A whale. No, actually, you know what? I need to line this up, which means I need to eliminate this part. So I'm going to do that while I have spotted it. This is going to be a slightly funky layout, but I really do like the idea of echoing that front section back here. Even though very few people will actually get to see it, it's still going to just, make me feel all fuzzy inside or something. Alrighty, now let's see. I'm going to make some interesting things happen at the edges of this future balcony. But as so many things do, this is actually going to start with some of these decorative blocks. And I'm very ambivalent about these blocks. I mean, they are wonderfully useful to me over and over again. But I don't like the fact that there's really only one option for this. I would love to have many more options of this size of block. But, well, that's just not something that I've got. So we're going with what we do have. But I'm going to start making this a little bit more interesting right away. Let's see, how shall I do this with some of these? You better not tell me I don't have enough materials. I'll be extremely sour at you. But we're going to try to make the, walls is a little bit of a stretch, but, the outer boundary of this balcony is going to be just a little bit more interesting soon. Now let's see, what's next? We are going to make these look a little bit fancier. Because, remember, this is our fancy house, y'all. So we're going to put this in the right spot, is what we're going to do, hopefully. Which is going to involve some spinning. Which I used to do until I got a very stupid injury to my foot. Which is a complete and utter little tangent here. Okay, get spun around the correct way. Let's see. This happened like probably almost a decade ago by now. I was on my exercise bike, hereinafter called an extra bike, and I decided to sort of see how high the difficulty could go if I just utterly cranked it. If I just utterly cranked it. And so I just utterly cranked it, and darn it, let me put something where I want to. I hate it when you do that thing where I, basically just do the same thing the second time around, but with it spun 360 degrees, and then it works, and I'm out of materials again. Anyway, I decided to pump up the resistance as high as it could go, and I basically stood on the pedal with inadequate footwear, and I managed to tear something horribly badly in my right foot, to the point where I don't think I actually went to the emergency room, but when it happened, I felt like somebody had, after it happened, I started to walk into the kitchen from the living room where I was doing this exercise, and after I'd gotten about maybe 4 feet towards the kitchen, so I was in the middle of the living room, surrounded by absolutely nothing, no walls or anything like that. I suddenly felt as though I had been stabbed horribly in my right foot, and I immediately lifted that foot up and was stuck, on my left foot with nothing to lean against, nothing to do but just sort of try to jump one-footed into up towards the nearest wall available, which thankfully was only another 4 feet or so away from me, but I think I remember figuring out at least that I could sort of put my heel down on my right foot well enough to actually totter my way towards the wall that way. Where's the piece I'm looking for? Now, please work. No, you're not gonna work, are you? Well, do it better somehow. Let's try spinning this. Actually, you know what? Let's try putting this in place before we deal with that. No, you're still not gonna work, are you? Okay, let's try you first. And you second. I mean, it works out perfectly over here, so this is gonna work over here. Be properly rotated, though. Yeah, there we go. We just... Eventually, if you just don't give up, you can brick it into doing what it's supposed to, and I need more materials, don't I? You hateful little critter. Anyway, many interesting things happened as a result of me trying to get that foot healed. But, you know, the only one that really worked was just wearing one of those stupid Mickey Mouse boots for a couple of months, something like that. And then, you know, discovering that there are many medications that I just do not enjoy and don't want to take ever again. Now, do I have enough stuff? What was I low on? Ash planks. Okay, so I will go pick up a whole bunch of those. Anyway, long story short, if you have cracked the resistance on your exercise bike as high as it will go, maybe don't wear, like, I think I was like in flip-flops or something at the time. Don't just stomp on that pedal with all of your weight in order to see if you can make it go down and see how many calories that will burn, because you might have some very serious injuries as a result of doing that kind of thing. Okay, back into the Eye of Oculus. That might work out a little bit better for us. Alright, let's see. Now we are going to be sort of, well, probably kind of walling up off this balcony because these are not the best security. And I can't put any window inserts in there, I don't think. Oh, well, actually, I'm curious now. Can I put a window insert in you? I don't think that I can. Oh, well. It was worth a shot. But I do plan to put one little door here. And I will have to do something to make up for the slight differential in height, and it's getting pretty dark already. Well, let's see what we can do with this. We can try... See, I don't want to do that because I don't want to make the door shorter. I will do that, and then I will go right back to these decorative blocks that I use so often. And let's see. There's not too much more that I'm going to do to this actual balcony, but the balcony is actually a jumping off spot, as I mentioned earlier, because I'm going to do something very interesting and very ambitious over here somewhere that I know has been done, or, well, I don't know. It has probably been done before, though, but I have yet to see anyone actually put it up. So, I want to see if we can do this interesting thing that I've got in mind here. This is me trying to decide whether or not I want to go ahead and put in the next portion of our house here. I'm a little bit undecided as to how exactly I want it to happen. So I am going to have basically a gable over here, but I don't know if I want to back that gable off to match our, well, presumably our wall here. Let's go ahead and put some of that wall in place. I can basically just have, you know, the roof going on here and have this as a room. Yeah, I might try that. Let's see, can I sort of reflect you in some form or fashion? Let's see, you are 3 over there. Let me see how this is going to line up. No, I've only got space for 2 over here. Oh, good grief, what am I out of this time? Did I forget to pick up those ash blocks or ash logs or whatever? I've got plenty of ash planks. I've got plenty of grounded whatever. Wait, what was I missing that time? Well, I'm missing water apparently. Let's go ahead and do this thing. I must have hit 1 instead of 2. I don't really need that right up in our face. This is just me trying to get you to shut up, and then I'm gonna try to get it to be light in just a second. But before I do any of that, let's see what it was that I needed to pick up. Yeah, see, we've got all of the things. I don't know what it was complaining about there. Maybe it was thinking it was blocked. I did not pay enough attention to that. What was I doing over here? I could swear that I was doing something over here. Yeah, I've got all the things, so let's just go to bed and make it daylight, and then we'll probably remember what it was that I went over there for as soon as we're up. God gives you another sunrise. Okay, oh, and I still need to make those stairs a little bit, well, less see-through. But that, again, is gonna have to wait for another episode. Anyway, alright. Well, anyway, what I was going to do was put some wall here in place, and I think that I just got distracted from what I was trying to do. Let's see. You get to be a wall, and you're fine with being there now, so whatever you was complaining about, you seem to have gotten over it. You know what? I'm gonna do a different style of wall here, I do believe. Ooh, I'm far too much in my own way. Let's plop you down here. And yeah, see, I'm not sure how far up I want to go with this whole thing. There would be a benefit to having it on this level or one level down. You know what? I'm gonna destroy these walls and make my roofing efforts to come a little bit easier by pulling this down. Oh goodness, I'm not looking forward to doing that roofing. What was it that I had done here? We are going for this, I think. Let's just find out how weird that lines up looking. Yeah, that's actually good enough. It's not going to be matching what's going on over here, though, and maybe I should make it match what's going on over there now that I'm thinking about it. Weirdly enough, I didn't destroy anything that I didn't mean to there, so good for us. Alrighty, we got a few more decorative blocks again, as usual. And then we're going to do one of these half-height walls, or, well, a pair of those half-height, tongue twister and a half. A pair of these half-height walls. A woodchuck, all the wood could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Alrighty, so I was thinking about maybe making this yay tall. So, we might change where these decorative blocks fall. Because it would make sense for them either to be there or possibly up here, but having them just one step up, I don't think I quite like that, so... More Destructorama! Yeah, Of course I can't destroy what I want to straight off. But you can do that thing where you suddenly fall apart. Thank you. There we go. And, yeah, we do to destroy you as well. Be destroyed. Got it in for you. There we go. Oh, so nice. Is this what I meant to do? I think it is. And I think I still will heighten you up just a little bit. Maybe I'll put the decorative blocks right over here. Are you rotated correctly? You just don't look correct somehow. Okay, we're just gonna keep on going with it. Whatever it is. Come on, there we go. And yet more destruction. Alright, closing in on the finish of this particular stage. We've got plenty more stages coming with this project, but let's see. We're gonna get this in place eventually. Somehow, some way. Not there. I'm gonna need to pick up so much stuff yet again. And you know what? I think I'm gonna leave my. Well, no, I've already made my decision. Okay, this is gonna stay low. This is going up. At least one decorative block's worth. So we're gonna go with that decision and hope that it works out pretty quickly. That will make this a slightly more imposing roof, but hopefully the fact that it's slightly skinnier than this will actually kind of wind up lining it up reasonably well when it's trying to meet this roof back here. Well, we're just gonna have to find out how that whole thing works out. Oop, no, I keep accidentally doing that. I'm not really trying to make you all unstable. Let's get over here and start this mysterious bridge, which, y'all, is gonna be interesting. That I can guarantee. I just hope that it doesn't give me too many heart attacks, strokes, whatever. It just seems like the kind of thing that's going to be a little bit too interesting at times. But, well, speaking of interesting, we're going to make this a little bit more interesting along the edges, which, as usual, means you have more decorative blocks. They do really work out kind of nicely with this whole fairy tale theme. And, incidentally, so does what I've got planned next for this area. It is definitely going to make it look very fairy tale up in here. You require more material. Maybe eventually I should just make a big old 10-minute long clip show of me saying you need more material in very snarky little voices. Okay, what all am I missing now? I've got a decent amount of ground stone left and sandstone. And I probably need more oak. I probably actually am lower on oak than I was when I started, because I fell quite a bit finally. So let's move you over here. And let's get some of these ground stones. You are incomplete, so let's put you on there. And you are incomplete, so let's put you on there. Close enough. And we're gonna try real hard to make our way all the way back over here. And it doesn't look like much right at this second, but it's gonna look pretty impressive in just a few more minutes. So we're gonna try real hard to get up there so we can build out to the last stage for this episode. But man, this is gonna be quite the project, y'all. Let's see. Okay, yeah, and it will happen in the Eye of Oculus, so let's go ahead and get in the Eye of Oculus. Any second now. Alright, what was I doing? Decorative blocks. There's gonna be a whole fat lot of those. Come on. We're gonna do the same thing on this, well, and go ahead and start calling it a bridge. This bridge is going to be treated the same way as these edges of this balcony, so we're gonna be putting this little decorative thing in place here. Just a little bit more. And one more. Wait, I messed that one up pretty badly, didn't I? Okay, let's try this again, except, not messed up. Maybe I should be at a better angle so that I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, good grief, how am I already out of stuff? What on earth am I missing here? I don't believe you. Got plenty of oak. Oh, ash planks, good grief. Yeah, I know I've got plenty of those. And I'm not going to bother doing that whole thing where I run around and pick stuff up. Not at the moment. We can just put that off till later. Or I'll get that part done when I'm, doing my general grind. Hey. Come on. Let's see if we can make this happen. Let's get over here out of the way, even though it means that I'll need to spend more time picking up stuff off the ground. Yeah, I just wanted to, not get in my own way as much as I have in the recent past. Oh, good grief! You are just testing my patience here. What can I quickly drop? Let's drop you. There we go. And let's kill you. Whoever and wherever. I mean, I know who. The question is always where. Yeah, I know you've stopped because you is all dead. So let's get over here and try to do this last cute little step. Maddening little critters. Okay, just a little touch more. And then we can call it good for this episode. I know that I seem to often promise that before it actually happens, but it really actually is going to happen one of these days here. Why do you seem so off kilter? Let's get rid of you, and let's switch over to basic snapping. And then maybe you can be a little less weird. Maybe I can put my fingers on the correct spot on the keyboard. Yeah, there we go. Let's start from this end and make this work. Hopefully. Alright. Now we're gonna do just a few of these little triangles. And you better all work, because my patience is running thin. I'm gonna be very upset with you if you decide to do that thing where you just refuse to acknowledge the fact that you can cross, even though you've done it a zillion times before, and suddenly it's just the worst thing in the world. Not a big fan of that. Okay, well, can you just volunteer to do the one that I'm trying to get you to do? Here we go. So nice. Let's get over here. At least this part is going quickly. Now the next stage, is to be trapped in a tree. The next stage is actually going to be something along the lines of echoing this roof line. And then we're going to finally call it quits for this episode. Even though I swore up and down that I wasn't going to be doing any roofing, I seem to be doing quite a bit of roofing so far. Let's start you over here as well. Oh, puppy. Okay, well, I don't need to be in advance to make you snap, but apparently, okay, you decided to cooperate. Good. And we are making that a little bit wide, but, well, no, I shouldn't make you wide, should I? Let's try to not destroy the things that I don't want to destroy. We'll go with the smaller version. And you are going to be time-consuming at me, aren't you? Yes, you is. Can't do well enough with that time-consumingness. Alrighty, just one more side. Just a little touch more. Come on over. Red over, and all them things. Okay, now we're going to put some 45-degree roofing in place, and I have a terrible feeling that I'm going to need to use the small pieces, aren't I? Don't want to, but I think I got to. Let's see how well you're going to work out and whether or not I've got you rotated properly. Because after you will come the tree that is in my way. Didn't I already cut you down once or twice? I mean, I don't mind that you exist there in theory. I'd rather not have to look at you every single time. Okay, let's see what you do when I put you in place. I do, okay, Well, let's see. Yeah, this is making me think a little bit more than I want to think. What I was thinking was I would like to see if these mediums will work, but I seriously doubt it. Well, as soon as I say something like that, then I change my mind. I think the mediums actually will work. Are you properly rotated? Yeah, okay. These mediums probably will work well enough, and we're gonna get back to basics here. That should speed things up a little bit. And let's do the exact same thing over here. Oh, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and put these little puppies in place because these can be horribly annoying to try to snap. And I really don't feel like, just having a terrible time for the next half hour. And how on earth am I out of that? I picked up so much that I was overweight. Let's just get all this stuff off the ground, as we so always do. Let's see. And I'm not going to bother getting back up there, am I? Yes, I guess I am. What all do I have on me? I should have way more than just 22 oak. That roofing it takes insane amounts of oak, so I probably shouldn't be quite that surprised. Let's see what we can do with this. Yeah, we're just going to exchange you. And get on over here. Trundle, trundle, trundle. That's already looking a little bit more impressive than it did. So we got that going for us. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get one more shot at it. And remember where the Oculus lives. Even though I use it constantly, apparently I have got my goldfish memory strongly activated here. Oh, it's... Okay, yeah, goldfish memory definitely activated. Let's just see if we can plonk you down here quite a bit more. And let's see if you'll be nice and kind to me on the other side here. I kind of doubt it, but it's worth a shot. Oh, well, that actually is what I think I want, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's actually proper. Now, will you maintain that? So far, so good. And it's odd that I have to put my mouse down here to get you to snap up there, but I will happily go along with that because it's working, so we'll go with what's working. No, you're not blocked. You can just shut up with that. Oh, apparently I already put one there. Okay, sure, why not? Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that. And let's put this back. and hope that you actually cooperate, because we're almost done. Come on, baby. Just a tiny little bit more. And as tempted as I am to put this wall in place, which I shouldn't do, but I'm probably just about to. But I shouldn't do it because I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway because. Well, hey. This at least we can just go ahead and do, so we got some general idea of what's gonna go on here in a little while longer, and I'm gonna make that a little bit more interesting while we're up here. And while there ain't nothing in our way, we're gonna go ahead and, let's see. Let's put you here, you here, and there. Instantly a little bit more interesting. But you know what? I think that's gonna have to do for this episode. Speaking of interesting, though, I do have a pretty interesting grand plan coming up soon. It's gonna be exciting. Very hard to pull off, but definitely exciting. So please do leave a like on this first stage. And if you want to see the next stage, please make sure that you're subscribed. I'll see y'all in the next video.